GM. Salam alaikum from wherever you are. This is Crypto-Fotismós YouTube channel. Today, I want to discuss something I've been seeing on the TL. Many people like Vindicated Chitty has been talking much about it. So, if they ever told you that as a minimal and as an average Nigerian, you could own a piece of property in the United States without having to go to the US in your lifetime. You could own a big farm there, be a co-owner, not particularly the sole owner, and be enjoying the yields and the profit coming from that farm without having to go to the States yourself. And this has been made possible through the marriage between the traditional financial system and the blockchain. So, for ages, there has been disunity and a big gap between the traditional finance and the blockchain. When we talk about traditional finance is the day-to-day financial system we use in our day-to-day activities, such as the banks, the brokers, your stocks, and many others, government bonds. And then when you talk about blockchain, crypto, we talk about the volatile assets by the side, that is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others. This, for a while now, these assets have been looking for a way which they will work together, because one can never replace one. But the truth is that the funds is in one and needs to move to the other one. That is the liquidity that flows in the traditional finance needs to come into crypto, because crypto is actually the future of finance. And this has really been made possible through RWA, that is real world assets. I know you have been hearing about real world assets in the timeline and maybe you are lost. Be close, because in Crypto-Fotismós we break these terms to the smallest molecules for everyone to understand. So, real world assets is just tokenizing the right to own this property on chain and allowing everyone to have a piece of it. So, for example, you have a house worth $1 million, and then instead of selling it to a single person, to a single entity, you will choose to tokenize it on chain. That is, you convert the right to own this building into tokens that are being sold on chain. Why you see me talking more, right, is because the reason why they will say Mr. A is the owner of this building is because the document carries his name. The day that document is changed, he doesn't care who is in the house. The person whose name is on the document owns the house. So when you are tokenizing an asset, that means that right, you are now sharing it with others, which will be sold in tokens and made accessible to everyone around the world. So that means with this marriage, anyone could be a co-owner of an art in Germany, of a building in Dubai, without having to go to Dubai once it's tokenized on chain. That is real world assets. So you may choose to ask me, okay, bro, I heard what you said, and I'm a tech bro and I'm a millionaire and I have products that I want to tokenize. The first thing you're supposed to do is you get those that appraise product, that is, they evaluate to know the value of a product. So once they evaluate that your asset and they know the value, the next thing is it will be tokenized on chain. And then thirdly, it will be integrated to an oracle. And what's an oracle? You know that the blockchain in the normal sense cannot get data in the real world that is outside beyond what is given and fed to it on chain. That is what it keeps. So the oracle goes outside to get this data, this real life data. That means the price of the building in real life. Let's say the building is worth 1 million, and then the location of the building and everything is being integrated into an oracle. For example, Chainlink is does that work as is an oracle. And then after that is being done, it's being tokenized on chain and being issued on a DEX, and people begin to buy and you become co-owners. And then some people will say, oh bro, this is so simple. Fraudsters will want to come in because anybody can just sit in his bedroom and then frame these things and defraud people. Yes, so there have been mechanisms that have been put in place to ensure that this thing does not happen. The first mechanism is special special purpose vehicle, that is SPV. These are legal entities on chain, because you know that when you want to purchase a house or purchase an asset, definitely the person brings his lawyer, you do your paperwork, you sign documents, you change name and all these things. This thing is being done by the special purpose vehicle on the blockchain. That is number one. They serve as a legal entity. Then number two, when you are also selling an asset, there will be a third party who will be there to serve as a witness, to maybe hold the property until the deal is done, to witness it. Then on chain, we call them custodians. They can be banks, they can be corporate institutions that help keep this asset. For example, if you are tokenizing your watch or your farm, that surrounding will be put under watch by those custodians. If it is your gold bar or your art, it will be moved to a vault in that bank or to that corporate institution. They will hold it because that is the value on chain is tied to that physical asset. The day something with that physical asset, you can affect the price on chain. Then that is, I told you clearly, I said the first way you are being protected is that the special purpose vehicle where the legal work is being done and it's kept on chain. Number two, those third parties entities, which are banks and big institutions that will help to protect those. All right. So after those third parties, we have what we call the oracle. You remember I mentioned the oracle the first time, and I told you oracle is just, in a layman time, the blockchain itself is very brilliant, but it cannot get information outside apart from what is fed to it in the blockchain. So the oracle does the work. The oracle is like the messenger. It goes out to get that information and feed it to the blockchain. So for example, if your Mr. A comes and tokenizes his house, after the legal work is done and after it's been placed in the hands of a third party, that is, he relinquishes his rights. That is the amount of the shares or the property you want to tokenize. Then it's being kept with this third party, and then it's being integrated, and the oracle checks constantly, is this thing there? Hope this guy did not go back and change his agreement. Hope he did not sell the house he tokenized. Hope he did not sell the art he tokenized, or the watch, or anything, or his farm that is tokenized. This blockchain checks, this blockchain and through oracle checks always to ensure that the property is there, and it feeds you the information. Maybe it tells you in the future this will happen, and it helps to check constantly to ensure that the property is there. And then number four, there will be KYC, know your customer. Whoever wants to tokenize something, they will have to audit you, get your proper information, get to know everything about you. So it's not easy for a fraudster to boycott all these measures. It will cost you billions of dollars to boycott all these measures to defraud people. So than for you to spend those dollars, it's better for you to just do what is right. And then you ask me, what is the benefit of this to crypto? Because we have been crying for adoption in crypto, and people have been looking for more liquidity to come into crypto. And you know that most of these liquid are hidden in real estate, in arts, and in many other physical assets. And the easier way for them to come in is through tokenization, and this will really flow in a lot of liquidity into the Web3 space. That is number one benefit. Number two, stable yield. For example, somebody tokenizes a building, that is a house. Once the profit is coming from the tenancy and other things, it will be shared as yield to all those that are holding. And then number four, it will democratize investment. That means you, as an average Nigerian, you can own properties abroad without having, or even in Dubai, without having to go to those places, without even having to know anybody there. Once it's tokenized on chain and you do your due diligence, you can own those properties when they are being tokenized. And number four, it brings institutional investors, because those guys don't want to invest in volatile assets like Ethereum, XRP. They love assets that are less volatile, like real assets. So it will bring institutional investors. And then finally, this is different from a utility token. A real world asset token, that asset that is tokenized, is different from utility token. Serves only just in the blockchain once there is demand for it for gas and other things. But real asset, their value is tied to that house, to that art, to that farm, to that watch you tokenize. That's where their value is, to that gold. So whenever anything happens to that asset in real life, it will also affect the price on chain. So they are a bit stable than those crypto assets, to those assets like Bitcoin. So if you really want to start your journey, I'll be doing my video about Zen Finance, about asset chain, about Plum. These are projects that have made this tokenization come to life and made it very easy. So stay close to me. If you really want to know more, stay glued to Crypto-Fotismós channel. Here we break things down to the simplest, to the easiest for everyone to understand. Catch you in the next video, and then if you want me to make a video about any other real asset project, I will do it when you drop it at the comment section. Thank you.